So, Chris, before you entered the chat, I was just reviewing with everyone on the call what they saw last time and kind of where everything is on the screen. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and bring myself to available. And I'm available to receive some tasks. And Chris, you're on mute.
Sorry, you're sharing your desktop now?
Yes. Can you see?
Is it compressed on anybody else's screen or just mine? It looks like I'm looking at like a mobile version.
Oh.
But I don't know.
It's probably because I was splitting my screen. Is that better?
Yeah, that's way better. So that had to do with your browser display, not
Correct. Okay. I was splitting my screen between Teams and my browser.
Okay. And you're a supervisor here, right? You're logged in as a supervisor. I can tell by the icons. Okay, cool.
Yeah, correct. So, Chris, what tasks should we start with today?
Well, how about we send in a chat to start? So I'm gonna do like a partner chat. And hey Reagan, are you logged into? Well, actually, you know what? Don't answer that question. I'll tell you if you're logged in or not.
Okay.
Oh, Dee, you can tell if she's logged in, right?
Yeah, so I see Reagan is available, and she currently has 3 tasks.
Yeah.
2 voicemails, hey, Reagan, and a Google chat.
Reagan, can you go into your screen there and click on each one of those chats and mark them as complete?
Yes, I can.
And so do you leave the screen up here for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Very, very good. Okay.
Lovely jubbly.
Okay, and now Dee, could you do me one more favor? And you guys, this what we're doing here may seem like not much, but for me, this is huge because we got like multiple people on the platform doing different things with different purposes. And I'm watching it this is the first time we've had, like, it's always just been me and developers, but this is the first time it's like this. So just bear with me if I get excited or overly stressed. Dee, can you go into the reporting section? Like, let's say one icon that's, oh, okay, yeah, good. Now let's just see, I just want to make sure. So Reagan closed out those tasks. And okay, I see one handled Google Chat. I see no faxes, and there should be what, 2 voicemails, 3 voicemails?
Yep.
Okay, and that's the extent of the visibility we have. It's just high level. If we want to see who she chatted with, that's a different. We're not doing that today, but it's all there. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So you want me to? I'll send it right now. Dee, is that what you want me to do for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, and if somebody else, well, I'm sending in this task. Allison, I want to hear your voice. Can you call the number? It's 802.
802.
Yeah, that one.
Got it.
And can you just leave a voicemail on any, pick 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter, and leave a voicemail for her. And actually, if someone else wants to do that too at the same time, or all you guys can, who cares? Just all call.
Yeah.
And hey, Reagan, do you mind sharing your screen for a minute?
Sure, I can do that.
So Reagan is logged in as an agent, a CSA, right? Dee is logged in as a supervisor with oversight. So there could be 10 agents, they could be volunteers, they could be staff, they could be working right in the office outside 2 feet away, or they could be working from home. It doesn't matter. The visibility through the Connie is the same from a supervisor perspective, no matter where they are. So the reason why I wanted to bring up Reagan's screen is because if you notice, there's not as many icons around, right? It's a little simpler and a little bit more focused. Reagan, can you dismiss that component that says this is a dismissible component?
Yes, I can.
Just to clean up your workspace, you can go ahead and X out the welcome message there. Those are things that supervisors can just put in the, like if they want to send a broadcast message to every agent's desktop, no matter where they are, hey, don't forget the potluck on Friday, like whatever. Okay, so a task just came in. There's one task. I'm going to send another task.
And I do also want to note that as I saw the task coming in, I also received a Google Chrome alert that a task was received. So for this next voicemail, I'm going to be on a different screen than my Connie desktop and see that Chrome alert also comes up.
Yeah, it did for me as well.
Oh, excellent. And Kay, are you able to call that number as well and press any prompt and just leave a message?
What I'm seeing is very different from this.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're seeing. You're seeing like boxes that give you, what are you seeing? Describe it.
East Side Senior Center, South Side Senior Center, Nevada Senior Services is what I'm seeing.
Okay. Honestly, Kay, I don't remember how I have you skilled, but it seems like I have you skilled as like an administrator, because the only people who would see that would be administrators. If you're just an agent, and I don't mean just an agent, but you don't need all that extra stuff. So pick East Side Senior Center, Kay, and then you'll be in this environment with us.
And Kay, since you were not at the last meeting, we can also have you as just a person who calls in, since you're not yet fully familiar with the Connie.
Yeah, I did get an error message, so I don't have anything now.
So you got like a SAML error?
I got a, yeah.
Okay, so D, this, I'm not even going to take note of this. This is the exact same situation that Reagan had last week, and the solution is I just didn't configure Kay properly. There's no problem here, and I'm going to try and configure her while we're going through this stuff.
Okay, great.
So Kay, bear with me for a second. I'll tell you, go ahead and like just X out your browser, and I'll get you. I'll fix your credentials.
And I can also confirm that I was on a separate tab and I still saw the Google Chrome notification come in when the message came in.
That's huge. Is it the default? Is it branded Connie? Or is it just default?
I think so. Can Edward send another message?
Yeah,
and
I can do a screenshot too. I think it's just Chrome branded, but maybe it says Connie on there too.
Nope. Chris, can we move on to additional scenarios while we're doing that?
Yeah.
Great.
D, that JPEG didn't show up on your screen, did it?
No, it did not. And I also did not receive the chat task. And I'm wondering if that's because Reagan already fielded it.
Can we confirm that? Reagan. Reagan, without sharing your screen right now, are you seeing, we're looking at Dee's screen, right? And
No.
she's got caregiver.
You're
This is
looking
my-
at Reagan's screen.
Oh, this is Reagan's screen. Sorry, that's why I was confused. So Dee, what was your, what were you saying that you can't see the, because Reagan accepted it? And then it would, yes, it wouldn't be visible to you while she's working on it. Does that make sense?
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Mhm.
But the thing that bothers me a little bit is that you're a supervisor. So can you see in the real time, in the not the ad hoc historical reporting, but the real time management part where you just went before? Can you see that chat task in Reagan's active queue?
I do.
Can you like click into it and actually see the task?
Oh, I sure can.
So you can see her typing with me right now, or it's probably not in real time, but once she hits send. So if she tells a customer to F off or something, like you could be like, you could see
That's
that.
right.
Okay.
That's right. So I'm able to monitor her in the chat, but I cannot participate.
Okay. But you could walk out or call her and be like, get off the phone. I'm going to fire you.
Right.
Whatever.
Correct. And in the My Teams screen, I am not seeing the voicemail task, and I think that's because no one accepted it yet.
Okay. But can you see it as a pending task?
I can see it as a pending task in the all tasks list on the main screen.
If we have time, I really want to get Kay logged in and get her to accept that, because I want to, I don't think I'm ready for you to take a task away from Kay and give it to Reagan, or take a task away from Reagan and give it to Kay, but really close. But I just want to see if like that theory is correct, like what you just said, like once
Sure.
that's the way we programmed it. So, and as a matter of fact, guys, maybe let's add a couple more tasks in here, and I'll try and send a fax in, and let's let some tasks build up in here. So Kay, I haven't skilled you yet, Kay, but Reagan and Terriel, are you logged in too?
I was. I just hopped out.
Wait,
But I
you don't have to,
had,
it's okay.
yeah, and I had called and left a voicemail.
But it's not showing up.
I don't see it on Dee's screen, or is that Reagan's screen?
That's Reagan's screen.
Reagan. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
it hasn't
accept it
come in.
and see
It
who
hasn't
this
come
is,
in?
but
So Dee, you can see from the supervisor panel that it has not come in.
Correct. And I see that the voicemail has now gone off of my incoming.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
no, for some reason I went offline.
That was going to be my next thing. So this
Oh,
is not a
me too.
bug, you guys, but it's buggy. It's a this Connie boots you offline too fast. Like it's actually a server setting, and it's not a bug. It's just something that we have to address, because if you see Dee is offline now, and Dee, if you go back, or Reagan's offline. Sorry,
Yeah.
Reagan, I don't have your photo up there yet, so I can't tell.
That's
So
okay.
put it up. If you go back online, or make yourself available.
Oh, no.
Okay, so somebody called in the partner queue. That's the new task, right, Reagan?
I don't know if this one was here before or not.
That was my voicemail.
Perfect. So it is the new task. Dee, I'm not sure how to say this, but we need to get better at helping them understand this FIFO task routing model, because it's confusing, and it's actually pretty easy to explain once you know how to explain it. Like, why are these tasks disappearing and reappearing? The problem is that we push you offline too fast. So once we solve that, it's going to be a lot easier to explain this stuff. So once a task is accepted, it comes out of the pending task queue, and you can't see it anymore. As a supervisor, you can see it when you look in the supervisor queue, but as an agent, Kay, Reagan, me, whatever, who's ever the agents, it's out, because now if you reject it, Reagan, can you reject that? Can you reject the partner voicemail there. Oh, you can't reject it. Oh, you did reject it. Okay.
I clicked the X, but it's still here.
And reject it from there too. Oh, it won't let you reject it from there. I've never actually done this before. I've never rejected anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me reject it. Still there.
Okay. So D, can you see it? I'm going to log into my screen too and see if I can see the other that task.
Chris, what is it that kicked us both offline back a few minutes ago?
It's actually it's a security setting that we have way too sensitive.
Oh, okay.
So it's like an idle timeout, but it gives you, like, if you don't do something in Connie right now for like, I think it's like 15 seconds or something stupid, your time, it's not 15 seconds, it's 30 seconds. But if you don't touch it for like 30 seconds, it just makes you unavailable. Because the thing is that it doesn't really matter with voicemails and stuff, but with live calls, like if the person is waiting, it really does matter. Because if you're not interacting and you're not around, then it's not going to put it in your queue because it's not available. And it doesn't want people to like go home and stay available and then send tasks to you thinking you're available when you're not. So
you forgot to, yeah.
But oversensitive with it. So we got to find a balance. And I don't even know what the balance is, to be honest, but it's not 30 seconds because that's annoying.
Okay.
Makes sense, Reagan, what I just said?
Yeah.
All
no,
right.
It does. Yeah. Because like I worked hard all day and I forgot to turn my status to unavailable and I'm halfway home, but that would make sense to have something built in for idle timeout, but not too long, because if I just had my 30-minute lunch break, but I wanted to stay active the whole time, I don't know.
And Reagan, you'll see that I just put you on break.
Oh, break.
And I put you back on available. So
Cool.
that's also something that, like, if you're like, oh shoot, I forgot to log out or put myself as unavailable, that's something that a supervisor can also do. And I think once someone logs out as a user fully, it also puts them on not available. Is that correct?
Yes. And yes. And like if you go home and like if you're working from a desktop computer, you can log them out. I don't understand why we need to log them in. I actually don't like that feature. Like I can log you in. I can't think of a business case where I, as a supervisor, would log you as a team member in. I can think of a circumstance where I would log you out, like you left in a hurry and you forgot to log out. I'm going to log you out. I'm not
I
sure.
think you might have issues with labor if you locked people in. I don't think you can
feel
legally.
like we're overstepping a little bit. Yeah.
I don't think you can legally do that.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but that would be really annoying if I were an employee.
I think that'd be really annoying if I was an employee too. Okay.
Right. But I do see the use case of, like, let's say there's a staff meeting and it's all hands and like everyone on your team forgot to put themselves on break, so they're still getting inundated. The supervisor can just go in and like put everyone's status into unavailable or in a meeting or something.
Yeah, logging out, it makes perfect sense, but logging someone else in makes no sense to me.
Could okay, I'm still getting used. Bear with me. I'm getting you because I want to see you in here too. But Reagan, could you or anybody, D, if you want to do it, maybe you should do it if you don't mind. Can you accept that partner task and maybe share your screen for a sec? Oh, and Reagan, what I just sent you there, can you send me a picture of your favorite actor? Well, D's her screen. Can you do me a favor and attach a picture of your favorite actor or whatever? Just attach anything and send it to me, because I sent you a picture of the Grinch and it didn't work. And I know that it uploaded the file and it served it up to you in the browser, but it should have showed up by default in that window there. So
I could only view it when I clicked on it.
So you clicked on it, and so I don't know, Kay, Kay, this is a you thing. Like, is a browser blocking that? Like, what would cause that? That's kind of, because it's clearly there. She clicked on it and it opened up in a new window, but why it's not displaying? Something's blocking.
Might be a security thing too.
Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it?
Right, because it's some sort of that was what I would assume would be a security setting.
Okay.
But I
I'm
don't
getting a
know. That's
great
just my
list here,
idea.
guys. This is awesome. This is all stuff. This is why we're doing this with you guys, because we don't want to find out these stupid little nitpicky things with NSS, right? So like, thank you. This is so helpful. And hopefully you see it's better than last time. But every time we go, we're just going to find new little things. Okay, Dee, can you do me a favor? I want to draw your attention to the callback attempts at the bottom. It's 1 of 3. So you accepted this task. I don't know who called you. I think it was Terriel.
Allison.
It was Allison? Okay. Oh, it says, hi, it's Allison. Okay. Can you call her back?
Yeah, absolutely. I also want to show that like this call came in and I'm able to go to caregivers and search for Allison. Even though I know that's not how you spell your name, Allison.
Oh, no,
Thank
I
you.
didn't put her in yet, Dee. I didn't do some of the stuff I said.
Oh, I know, but I want to show that. So Allison is not in here, the caregiver yet. So I can go into the form as I'm about to call her back. And the contact name is Allison, and it already has her phone number in here that she called from. And then I can go ahead and once I call her back, continue to fill in additional information.
You guys, I just want to say about what you just saw there. The next updates, it's so much better.
It's working. Do you need me to do anything?
Can you actually
Hello.
answer this quality? Like,
Hi, Allison. This is Dee from Connie NSS.
Oh, well, I'm a wreck because my parent just fell down.
okay. So the voice quality is good. Like, there's no echo. It's not tinny. There's no delay. Like, it was all just like you were talking on a normal phone.
Perfect. So that call ended.
Can you stop right there, Dee? Oh, go back to info.
Back to info.
Yeah. Okay, so Dee, I have a question for you. I know that we got this weird behavior here where the right-hand side of the screen blanks out. And that's fixed in the next push. But where do you want like the notes? Like, and I'm not talking about specific case notes for a specific person, but if you just want to put notes in the task, right? Like, so they're task notes. It's like, this was a prank call, or I don't know, like whatever, because it all gets, the task notes will get stored with the data, right? So if you want to put a note, is that the type of note that I want to make sure we're talking apples and apples about your request. Because I was thinking about putting the notes right there.
So I'm thinking of the notes go with the record.
What if there's no record? Is there a business case for notes without a record?
If when, let's say I am the supervisor and I saw this voicemail and they're a new client and I want to assign them to an agent, but I want to give them some context. So for example, I met them at an event 3 weeks ago and gave them information about our program, and now they're calling. So that would be a case where I could see you might want to put something in here if I didn't complete any type of intake.
Okay.
But in any other situation, I would think that I, as a supervisor, if I'm vetting calls and then assigning them, I would create a new caregiver and get them started, or create a new record and get it started with what information I have. And then in the note section within here, I could give the context. And then the business instruction would be, whenever you receive a task, the first thing you do is you search the person.
Okay, right. What's going to happen is if the caller ID, if the phone number's in the database already, you're not going to have to search. So this search is very temporary, right? You saw how the number auto-populated in that random field. I know it's clunky, but that's kind of the magic, right? It takes the caller ID from the, like, when you called in, Allison, you didn't say your phone number. So how did that get there, right? Connie took it from the caller ID information and populated it there. That's just the first step in querying the database and auto-populating your account there. So the search is required today, but in the next push of that screen, it's not. And that's going to be functioning for NSS sprints.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did that make sense, Dee?
Yeah.
Okay. So the notes. Okay. I may need some more clarity on that. What do you think, Kay?
I was going to ask if like you have multiple clients associated with the same phone number, like, I don't know, Bill and Ann are both calling from the same phone number, and maybe they're different parents, so it's different people they're caregiving for, but they share the same number. What happens then to?
So ideally, if they're known caregivers, it will pop up all instances of that phone number and let you select the record that you mean. So each caregiver is going to be associated to a client or multiple clients, or one client can be associated with multiple caregivers. So it's parent-child relationships. Does that answer your question?
So you would be able to see associated with that phone number just different types of things happening.
Right. So let's say that,
like this clients that you're showing, is that similar?
Yeah. So in a real world scenario, let's say Allison is caregiver for both Teriel and Reagan, and she always calls from the same cell phone number. When that phone number comes in, because she's a known entity, she's already going to come up. And then she's going to come up twice because she's caregiving for two people. And then based on the information that you collect, you can say, this is for Teriel, and you're able to click into the Teriel Allison connected record and take notes in there. That makes sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool.
You guys are both right. You're both right. Like, but stuck on the question, Kay, because I know our first meeting in Nevada is a very smart individual who's going to be asking very tough questions, and I guarantee you, that's going to be one of them. And so that's awesome. I just need to, the way you described it, Dee, is right, but I guess it's not a technical issue, is it? Like,
well, she
It's
was
like
also saying two people with the same phone number and multiple people they're caring for, but I find it hard to imagine in this day and age that two people share a phone number, but maybe they have a landline.
if it's like a
I'm so sorry. People definitely are.
Oh,
I have
okay.
relatives that are sharing.
I'm sorry, Kay. Okay. I live in this weird techie world over here in California.
I think, for example, let's say it is two clients that are sharing a phone number. both of their records will come up, and then based on the information that they give me in the voicemail or on the phone call, I'll be able to select which client I'm speaking with. And then if they're like, oh, hold the phone, I'm putting my sister on, then I'll be able to exit out and put information. Similarly, if a community partner calls, let's say, from a hospital, and the hospital has that one phone number, it's going to bring up all the people that that phone number is calling about. But in that call, you're able to search for the right client.
That makes sense, since there's different businesses that are calling, that there would be. So
Right.
I guess what I was getting at is, what's the main record at the end of the line? Like, what's the individual record being created for each thing? If it's not the phone number, then it's something else.
The unique identifier is the phone number for now, but you can have multiple phone numbers connected to, like, D, we got to go through this scenario.
Yeah,
Like slower, like not in front of everybody.
definitely.
Because Kay, you just hit on something that is like super important, but when we were building it, it was like, whatever, we talked about this. And we've got a good answer, but I need to get with Dee's business case scenario and then go look at what we did in the background. This is going to come up again for sure. And it
Yeah,
needs to
Chris,
come up.
let's plan to
And-
chat about that offline.
Yeah.
I have
Thank
a
you.
few other things around that I'd like to bring up too, but I don't want to hold us up here. So Chris and Dee, I can chat you separately about it.
It's up
Yeah,
to you.
that would be great,
Dee,
Kay.
'cause I
I do
definitely
just
want
want to
that
keep
Kay.
an eye on time, and know that we're kind of 5 minutes over,
Yeah.
and be able to wrap this up. So Kay, let's connect offline on that, and we'll go through all of your questions when we have more time to chat them out more thoroughly.
And Kay, I can stay on if you have time. Like or we can connect in a different, because you guys, and if you think of things later, please just text, just dump it somewhere. Don't forget your comments, anything, except for look and feel. Like, it's not that I don't care about it. We're going to be working on that, and we're going to get your opinions and all that later. I don't really care about how it looks right now. I care about is like the things you guys are thinking about now, workflow. So, okay, yeah. Okay, and then I want to get you set up so you can log in too.
So Chris, are there any other scenarios that you want to test right now before we kind of wrap things up today?
Well, I just want to say, Kay, or whoever, so this is, you guys probably can't see it, but so I sent a picture of my mom to the East Side Senior Center and asked to update her profile, and it was the picture of the Grinch. Oh, my mom's here. Actually, she's down. I'm at my mom's house, and then so I asked if she could send a picture of her favorite actor, and then so on my screen, on the chat screen here, the picture came through. So Kay, your theory is probably spot on, because I probably don't have the same security credentials in my off-the-shelf Chrome or Google Chrome, right? It's probably way fewer security parameters. So that's good. I just wanted to share that with you guys. The file is actually being uploaded and sent through Connie. Okay, so that's awesome.
Yeah. And Chris, on mine, the one I sent looks the same as the one you sent, as like just a little icon. I have to click on it to view it the same way, even though I sent it. So
Okay, right. It's a security thing. If someone sends something, in a props or whatever, who knows? It's a security thing, not safe for work type of shit.
okay.
Maybe, but I can
Maybe.
fix it. I mean, I doubt people are going to be sending selfies. I will be.
You never know.
You guys, I am so grateful. Thank you. I hope you see the progress from last time. And every time we do this, it gets a little better, and we'll get further into the process. And I don't know, Dee, if we have time, but yeah, I would love to do one more of these if we could before we go. But we'll see. It's probably not possible. But.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up here, just for the sake of everyone's schedules. I know I have to hop on to another call. So Chris, if you want to stay on with Kay, I think that's great. If you need me to be there, we can find a time. Again, thank all of you for bearing with us and kind of being our little guinea pigs. If you have any feedback of any type, I'm just going to ask that you email it to me and I'll be aggregating it so that we can debrief on it.
It looks amazing. Y'all are doing great work.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.
So Kay, let me fix your profile first before we talk about. Do you have a couple minutes? Because I really want to pay attention to what you're doing. I don't want to be fidgeting with your profile while you're talking. So just bear with me for a second and let me just get that fixed.
How long do you need? Because I have to go grab a package from downstairs. I could go do that and give you some time while you. Okay, cool.
It'd
We'll do
probably
that.
take me about 4 or 5 minutes.
Then that's perfect.
Perfect. See you in a minute.
All right, I'm back.
Hey. So did you just X out the browser like when you
Yeah.
you got that, you just closed that tab, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll be using a different browser too for opening it again.
Thank you. Because
Is it ready?
But in the back of my head, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should ask her to clear her cache, but I didn't want to ask you to do that. So
No, I did it on, I think, whatever Windows new Explorer is. And now I'll do it on Google Chrome.
yeah.
Is it ready though? I don't want to.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Don't want to mess it up.
Hold on,
Oh,
just 1 second.
hello. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I can't. I'm not. I can't even see you. I didn't see anything.
Okay, my
Don't
dog
worry,
just
I
jumped
didn't-
on my lap. So
My dogs learned how to do that too, and I get some surprises sometimes when I'm on calls and she pops up.
unfortunately, mine is like 40 plus pounds.
I'm just gonna say there's a big difference. I got a problem here. So Black Friday, I got a new laptop.
Ooh.
And well, yeah, but like the dumbest thing you can do in the middle of a project, especially when you're getting towards like the end, is like
Oh.
because
Yeah.
like no
Yeah.
anymore, right? So like stuff I just used to have all your workflow, everything's all set up and nothing works. And I have to reinstall everything. I forgot. Like I thought I took like a couple hours over the weekend to set it up, but then like every time, like it's three.
Yeah, you
three or
think
four,
it is, but
right.
yeah, when I had my work laptop died a few months ago and I was using my personal laptop for a while, and then I got the new one in, but I didn't use it for like over a week because I was like, I'm too busy right now to set up this new laptop and deal with all the logins and everything. I will continue to use my personal laptop till I have time.
That's totally what I'm experiencing right now, but I'm doing it in production. Not good.
Oh, great.
So this is not a difficult process, but and just I know you care and you get it. Okta, and we talked about Okta in context of when we were looking at solutions for ASA. We didn't go that path, but it was a viable option for a while for us to manage our own member credentials, right? Like, and keep that
right
agnostic from the tools, right? But it just so happens that the vendor that we're using uses Okta anyway, but is controlling your permissions. So like it controls your username and password. It controls the two-factor auth. It does all the heavy lifting of that for us. So Connie's not doing that, right? Connie's making an API call out to Okta, and then on the screen, that's all Okta. And then once you authenticate, it assigns a token to the browser, right? That's why I was so concerned about the browser, because I was afraid there might be a leftover token in there. And then then you get the same problems or different problems when you actually logged on properly, or once I fixed the problem. So anyway, it's Okta, like everything else, has a separate system that you got to log into, and I'm having to log into that because I'm on all my passwords are not in my keychain and stuff like that. So that's why it's taking me so long, and I apologize because this wouldn't take long.
No worries. Fun tech stuff. Also, I got to grab my packages because I'm always worried they're going to get stolen. So
is that an issue? I guess it's an issue everywhere.
It hasn't been too bad. And honestly, I've seen people leave. So we have like an entryway, but a lot of the packages get left in the pre-entryway that's not locked. So until people bring them inside. So I'm always worried it's going to get stuck there and someone will grab it. But I've seen other people leave their packages in like the pre-entryway area for way longer and they don't get stolen. So I think it's fine, but I'm not losing my money
I was just
or
gonna
my
say,
things.
you know what happens, you call and report it and it just starts a whole chain of BS and
I work remotely. I can go grab my package whenever.
yeah, of course, yeah. You know what, I'm gonna time out on this because I'm feeling stressed about it and it's not gonna help.
Yeah,
So let's talk
don't worry
about your
about that now.
feedback, and then as soon as it's lit up, I'll hit you on Teams, and then you can just log in and just let me know if you have any problem. So tell me what you were thinking, or what, because I know you're a big old geek. So hit me hard, because I meant what I said. There's this one woman. Is there anyone else on this call? Is it just you and me?
No,
There's
just
this
me.
one woman who just, I don't want to say she hates.
It's still recording though, actually. Wait, this call is still recording, so nope.
How do we stop that? We don't.
Let's leave this call and call me independently on Teams, okay?
Yeah.